Welcome to Smalltalk Daily for Friday, January 9, 2009. This morning we're going to go through an accelerator example in ObjectStudio using Sample Browser. So we have this first accelerator category here, and we're going to bring in this simple one that assigns accelerator keys to an application. Not mnemonics, just general accelerators. So let's go ahead and hit Load Files. And now to see what happens, let's start this. And you see we have a little input field here, and if I hit Control A, I see what I did. If I go to the menu, you see that I have options A, B, C, D. They don't do anything useful other than to echo what I've done down here into this field. And that's really all there is to this, is an example of how to assign these kinds of mnemonics. So let's close that and bring it up in the editor and see how it looks there. So in here we have a very simple thing. We have our menu and we have our input field. Now the input field is pretty basic. It just has a result assigned to it. And if we go to methods, you see it doesn't have any actions assigned when we do anything with it. And in fact, this is just a place to put the results of whatever got typed in, Control A, Control B, so on, or selected from the menu. So we'll close this. And what we want to do is we want to go up here to this, Form Accelerator Keys. Down here we can see what accelerator keys have been assigned at the form level. Not at the input field level or the button level, at the whole form. So we'll hit this, and we'll see here we have Control A. If I hit Assign, you see it's already got this assigned. A has been assigned to the method A, B has been assigned to the method, actually I'm doing multiple select, B has been assigned to B, and C has been assigned to something else. So you see here, so once this comes up, you see a list of potential accelerator keys. So Control A, it's been assigned to A. Get rid of that. If I hit Control B, you see that's been assigned to the method B. And you see the same thing for C and D. So that's how it works. All we've done is assigned those methods. Now how does that work in code? Well, let's close this. And we'll go here to Browse, and we'll see how the code is structured. Now these methods, A, B, C, and D, are pretty basic. All they do is do a put. And this is actually how input fields get values in ObjectStudio. You use put : to put something into them. To get something out of them, you use get value. They're kind of like value holders in VisualWorks with a very basic API, put and get value. So the API is a little different than it is in VisualWorks, but it's more or less the same kind of deal. Now let's go over to the class side and see how things are initialized. So here, if you scroll down just a little bit, you see this is how the accelerator table is structured. We have this accelerator object, and it's really just a subclass of identity dictionary. So we create a new instance of it, and we put Control D, we put D, Control C, we put C, and so on. And then we use this API, set accelerator table to that dictionary, and then you get the actions that we saw when I double clicked on this, Control A, and there it is. So really that's pretty simple, and in fact if you wanted to change this by hand, all you'd have to do is follow this pattern, remembering of course that in ObjectStudio, if you want hand modifications to this to take place, you have to rerun this initialize method before they'll get instantiated. So you can modify it here and it'll be reflected in the designer, or you can modify it in the designer, of course it'll be reflected here. So that's about it for today. We've gone over accelerators. It's pretty simple to do, and we'll leave it there. Until next time, have fun with Smalltalk.